Welcome again, everyone. Jerry's Old Guy Review, episode 39. And I apologize. Eye candy. So, that's the reason you have friends. Whether they be next door, down the street, in the next town, or in Virginia. West Virginia. RC Dungeon reminded me that I have an obligation that I left everyone hanging. So, I legitimately forgot that I didn't do last Friday because I'm old, but mainly because I was chapped. Warning, don't play this at work or in front of your children because adult language warning. I'm chapped. And RC Dungeon's last video, once again, it's good to have like minds who get together. I'm chapped for a lot of the same reasons. And it is social media and YouTube and manufacturers and sponsored people. The bullshit that I've listened to the last few weeks have taken me off the normal course of relaxation to completely cutting out social media for the last 2.5 weeks. Completely. I don't give a shit what the news says. I don't give a shit about YouTube channels unless that's our group that we currently have together here of people that I'll listen to. And RC Dungeon, V-Dub, Carl, thank you for noticing that I was absent. And I thought about it for a minute and said, they know I'm okay. They know I might be just chilling. So I'll get back with them in a day or two. Well, I didn't do that, but I did still comment on videos. I'm sorry, it started the week that Ozzy died. You know, to like somebody for the entertainment they provided is what I feel is all we need. I don't give a shit what you do when you take off your costume and go home at night. Yes, all of these friggin' people bitching about Satan music and friggin' devil worship and Hulk Hogan about racial comments and, oh dear Lord, who gives a shit what they do in their private world if they provide you with entertainment in an imaginary world? You don't go to a heavy metal concert because the lead singer is the best family man in the frickin' world. You go for his talent, his musical ability. You don't watch wrestling because he is the most wholesome man on earth, or woman. You watch it for entertainment. Same thing with YouTube. I mean, what I generally do, this is what I've been doing. I have strung 400 feet of new fencing around my back acres of my property. I have been slowly whittling together a greenhouse for Miss Diane, which I've never done before, so I've been experimenting, just like we do with RC. Try something, I don't like the way that looks. I'm going to get something else. the dirt. Right now, my back is out. My chiropractor is so booked that she can't fix me until the 19th. So, the fact that I decided this summer that I wanted to have a big, beautiful green yard. In the backyard, I've got about half of what I wanted to do done. The rest is in progress. But do you think I was smart enough at 53 years old to hire a dump truck, come dump me some dirt, and I'll get to it? Nope. Fill my truck up a couple times a week, bring it home, unload it, and do it myself. So, on top of all the projects, because in Alaska, we don't have a summer like the lower 48. With all the work I've got going on, last Saturday night was the first late night I've stayed up. That's my Friday. 11:30 at night, I took the dogs out. It's just now getting dark enough for all my lights to come on in the backyard. Boom. 2 of them need replacing. Just adding to the workload. And the bullshit on YouTube is chapping my ass. But I do have some redeeming notes. I look at things. Yeah. My requirement for this, to do this channel, my duty, when I set this channel up, per my buddy Chris, you need to start a YouTube channel because you help people. So, yes, I'm a small channel, but I also have been working with RC since the 80s. So, 4,000 whatever subscribers I've got, or 100,000. Does he have 100,000 because he knows more than me? Probably not. Does he know how to edit videos and make flashy videos? Yep. So, you listen to a paid sponsor. I'm sorry. You get to that point where somebody sends you free shit. That means you are not going to piss them off. Behind the scenes, hey, I noticed this and that. I'd like to say something about that. Can I say it? Yeah, go ahead. You can say those 3 things. I don't give a shit what you think you're going to tell us as viewers. You are sponsored. You are bought and paid for. You are going to say what they tell you to say so you can keep getting free shit. And then you turn around and you sell it on the down low, on the back end. Oh, tell me you don't. We are not friggin' idiots. And I've been, another bit is Relarlo, the most transparent company out there. They have 3 ways to get a hold of them. They monitor their Facebook pages. They provide, you reach out to them, they answer you. The only way I had that before was Traxxas and Red Cap. Only 2 companies that ever responded to me. But they sure as hell didn't have a Facebook page where they monitor it and they talk to you. It's crazy. But to listen to these people on those sites that are buying their products from secondhand companies bitching about Relarlo's service, it just blows my mind. So, are you going to listen to the guy who bought a vehicle off of Amazon, or are you going to listen to the guy who bought it from Relarlo directly? Logic would dictate that you would talk to the guy who says, hey, I bought it from Relarlo, and I've had great service. Not to the, Hey, I also bought it off of Amazon, and they're a big piece of shit company. It blows my mind with stupidity. And, you know, I've got tuber Larlos. I've dealt with the company. I've dealt with the individuals. I have never had a problem with any of that. So, are you going to talk? Are you going to listen to the guy who bought it off of Amazon a week ago? Or are you going to listen to the guy who has had the product for almost 6 months, has dealt with the company, dealt with the product, put a lot of miles on the product? That's just logic. You can look at a video and see how long ago it was. Boo! It just blows my freaking mind. And, it's the same way with all these Facebooky, Googling, whatever freaking things going on. I don't give two shits if a movie star did some shit in his personal life. Because if you sit there and you say that if you have never done or said something that could be construed as sexist or racist, you're full of shit. Because in this world we live in, hey, that black guy just cut me off in the car. Look at that brown guy in front of the Home Depot. Look at that Asian chick driving. Tell me none of those or all of those can't be misconstrued. It's a descriptive comment, but it can be misconstrued as you being racist or sexist. I don't give a shit what kind of drunken rant. We've all been drunk. We've all said some weird, crazy shit. But you know what? Most of us aren't being recorded. So, we don't know what it was like. We don't know what we said. But, shit, if somebody was following me with a boom mic every day, well, first of all, their HR department would have a cow. Second of all, I'm sure at some point using a descriptive comment, I just did one today. I forgot a truck driver's name that used to make deliveries to me. And he was awesome. And I loved him to death because he did his job perfectly. That's all it takes for me. Do your job perfectly, and I will love you forever. I've got a gay black man who does my carpets. Does me just saying gay black man mean I'm a homophobe and a racist, or the fact that I didn't say Kevin? Because you're going to call me friggin' bullshit that a gay black man's name is Kevin. That's the friggin' current world we live in. But I said to my truck driver, I said, man, I miss that friggin' other guy we had. Because his name was Deshaun, but my commercial manager who handles deliveries, I mean, he remembers his wife and his daughter's name most of the time. So I didn't say Deshaun because he wouldn't know who I was talking about. I said, that little black guy we had. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, he was great. Racist. That's me. Big, fat racist. And that's this freaking world we're living in right now that drives me friggin' insane. That you just can't enjoy something just for the enjoyment of it. It has to all be made into some kind of thing. Get off your freaking horse. We don't care. I don't care. And you know what? I can get away with it most times because they say he's freaking old. That's right. So when you're talking to the guy who's been in the RC business for 2 years, and you're going to tell me, well, he said, don't give a shit. Unless it's something I've never touched or never looked at before, don't care. Right here, sitting on this table. This is a Clod Buster, the re-release when it first came out. What was that, early 2000s? This is the Clodzilla 4 chassis. This was the way to turn your Clod Buster into more of a monster truck. This has seen multiple iterations. If you look at the top, how many different things have been stuck to it. It's all aluminum. The rods are a little bit friggin' skinny. But the servo mounts that are on it, it has front and rear steering. Guess what? Didn't have to buy anything fancy in those days. You just put them on opposite sides so they work in reverse. It's got personally made, I cut these out of pieces of aluminum, the upper shock mounts. The kit didn't come with any of this. The kit wanted you to use some of the Clod Buster stuff. I didn't want to. This truck right here, other than the aluminum chassis, has been fabricated by me. And I've done this for a particular reason, because if you remember from back in the video, a few videos ago, Let It Fly, I'm just going to put it out there. I got the USA one from Kyosho because it took me back. It's not even remotely the original, which I have out in the garage, or out in the shed. I have... What's going on there? That's weird. I have out in the shed... Oh, the cantilevers aren't working. What's going on here? Oh, never mind. That's not what they do. I have the original USA one out in the shed. I have another Clod Buster, but this was my Clod Buster. This was because I didn't want to tear up my OG. So OG, 80s and 90s, early 80s. We're going to revitalize this because I want to take this with its stock axles, but a modified chassis to go up against the new Clod Buster, or the new USA one, which that was part of my comment the other day. Come on, friggin' Tamiya. You know, Mr. Tamiya passed away. So, new guy's in charge. Let's do the same thing with the Clod Buster that we did with the USA one. Let's give it a facelift. This I'm going to put, I've already got, oh, it's right here. I've got the EVX2 Traxxas, ESC. I've got a receiver in there. I've got motors. I think they're stock Tamiya motors because I took the original Racing 19 turn out of this, put them in another rig, but new servos, new motors, new electronics, and I want to run this with the USA one, which wait till I get that in some videos for you, because that thing blows my skirt up all the way over my head. That is, love it. But I figured that was perfect to take something new to make me think about revitalizing. Proline 40 series wheels and tires on this, not the monster truck tires. So it's got extenders. It needs to be out again. The last time I refurbished this, I put the Tamiya ESC in it, didn't read it. Had it all revitalized, ready to go, took it outside, ran it through a puddle, and the ESC fried instantly with water. I'm going to hurt some man feelings right here, but sometimes you just got to read the instructions. The instructions sometimes are beneficial. I already see I need to tighten some stuff. But this, when I first built this, oh, dear Lord. But of course, again, hardly know anything about brushless or lipos, but I sure do know nickel metals, and that's what this ran in it. The last time I had a good, all-functioning run with it, nickel metals, 2 of them strapped in this belly pan. Which again, brings me back. We need to start looking at videos. We need to start looking at who's responding and use our friggin' gray matter and say, oh, this guy's only talking about one vehicle. How does he know anything about it? Same thing with Arlo. Oh, my cousin's nephew's brother. Oh, he says that thing's a huge piece of shit. Why do you even take the time to comment? You don't know anything about it. Your nephew doesn't know about it, but his brother does. So get him on the line. I don't give 2 shits about what you're talking about. I want to hear from the brother because he's the one with the experience. So to tell somebody not to get something, or something is a big piece of shit, or somebody is a big piece of shit, when you have no idea, you have only heard it third hand, shut the fuck up. Jesus. That is just stupidity. But the amount of people who are falling for it is what chapped my ass. But you know, all I've done is vent. And I haven't added any new stuff to it. And as I was prepping, as you see, not very well, for this video, here comes Vanquish. Now, any of you who have been on this channel for the 5 years that I've been around, creeping around, sneaking in the background, you will know when I started this channel, me and Vanquish didn't have a thing. Well, you know what? Vanquish just offered me another thing. Boom! The Phoenix kit. The 4 dice. I don't even know if you're seeing them. But the VS410 kit was a great kit to build. Great instructions. Well, kind of, sort of. It was like Tamiya places. You really had to pay attention. Good instructions. Everything about the kit, to include the extra metal bits that were offered on that package, made the truck a better kit. But it was a straight axle. Now, they were pretty proud of the kit, but it was still in the $300 range. So I got it. I had most of the other stuff to add to it, except for the tires. The tires that came with the 410 or the Phoenix kit were the most garbage tires I've ever seen on a vehicle. Even China tires were better. But a beautiful build, every option, the VS Twin, VS410, or what do they call that? I always got to look. The VFD Twin. So you got the best of the best with that vehicle. And with me, I just had to get the tires because I had radio gear. I had a motor, speed control, boom. So then they came out with the Fordyce as a ready to run, and I said, yeah, I'm going to try that one because it's still straight axle, but it only comes with the VFD, not the VFD twin, so I can try out the 2 transmissions. Well, VFD twin is basically doodads, but being able to switch from 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive, that's pretty cool. The Vanquish came with, or the Fordyce came with some really good tires. I like the tires that came in the kit, or with the ready to run compared to the ones that came in the kit, night and day. Well, now, for $419, ready to run, Vanquish has listened to the complaints of the customer. Now, I'm going to tell you, in the world of shocks, if you want to buy a vehicle, a ready to run, with the leakiest shocks on the market, you bought a Vanquish. If you wanted to get the softest compound, torque twistedest tires, you bought a Vanquish. Vanquish listened. So not only does the new truck come with a new improved shock setup, which addresses a lot of the leak factor, they're making a kit. So for those of us that have the leaky, drippy bitches, can fix ours. I love it. Everybody makes mistakes. Own it. Fix it. Huh? Hey, Axial. Anyone from Horizon Hobbies? Did you hear that? So the new kit for $419 comes with a beautiful body. It comes with a lot of the gears that were not machine gears in the transmission, in the differential, are now machine gears. They fixed the shocks. They put a new foam in the tires so you didn't have that torque twisting anymore. Comes with the same great radio that they come with their RTRs. They are, I know there's going to be other people, but that hate Vanquish. I was one of them until I bought a kit. And I only bought the kit because my good friend Ron Hellman passed away. Ron always wanted to build a Vanquish kit, so I got one and built it. That's why this truck doesn't have the Toyota grill on it yet, because it's Ron. This is the Ron Phoenix build. And oh, look at that. Look at those. Oh, that one's dripped. Are you running down the axles yet? Oh, yeah, you are. What did I do? Oh, I dropped them. Both fronts. Oh, the rears aren't leaking. Oh, that one has leaked, but maybe it's too low now. That truck got me liking Vanquish. The transmission is a thing of beauty. But the thing of beauty is it's got so many functions on it, but you don't have to use them. You can lock it out in whatever setting you want to put it in. Oy. Oh, and it also comes with front wheel weights. So for $419, they're throwing in all of these doodads. I'm sorry, Traxxas, Axial, what have you done for me lately? $419 for a truck with a lot of improvements, great looks, different tires. Oh, comes with the same tires off the Fordyce. Now, I don't know for sure, but it looks like the Fordyce and the other Phoenix kit might have vanished, but we'll know. But they've got the optic kit. They got the stance kit. They got the 2 different Fordyce or VS410 kits. And then they have their couple RTRs. That's what I'm liking. I like to see kits available still. I mean, Axial's got one. I wish that Traxxas would bring back the sport kit. Oh, Axial, yeah, they've got the, whatever it's called. What is their little sport cheap version? I don't know, but Axial's got the one kit. You know, Traxxas had the Sport, the TRX4 Sport, that you could buy as a kit, and then that dropped off. Come on, man. Every company needs at least one kit. Because I don't want to spend $500 on a vehicle that I'm going to instantly start tearing shit out of. I'm sorry, I'm not that guy. And I'm not going to ever sit on this channel and tell you to go out and spend $500 on a kit, ready to run, not a kit, that you instantly need to buy the motor and the radio. I'm going to always try to find you that kit option, if I can. Clod Buster. If you have never owned a Clod Buster, and you have never built a kit, this is the most fun little monster truck you'll ever do. The hard body that comes with it is beautiful. The truck is very simplistic. You know, get a strong servo, get a couple of 20 turn, 19 turn motors. It is hilarious. And the most fun you'll ever have with a kit. But that's if you like this look. I mean, Clod Buster USA 1s used to be, back in the 80s and 90s, were two of the most heavily supported trucks. And that's the same thing with the Vanquish, the Traxxas. Certain Axials, they've got that product support. And that's where I've covered this before. Leave your personal opinion in your body and let what would be best for the individual you're talking to, let that go out. Don't give your view, give your knowledge. If you have not laid a hand on it, don't tell anybody it's a piece of shit. You don't know. If you've touched one, just like I just said now, I've had two Clod Busters, stock and built. Who are you going to listen to? Somebody who's never had a Clod Buster but knows a guy? Sorry. When I say that, hey, 19 turn motor, a couple of friggin', mediocre servos, and you're going to have a great time with this, that's because that's what I've done with it. Now, your version of fun might be different than mine, but if you're watching my channel, generally you've seen my version of fun. So, you're watching it because your version of fun and mine are very similar. Just saying. So, I've said this 100 times. If you've got a new guy to the hobby, do not directly point him at the most expensive, most technical truck that is on the market, because he's not going to have fun with it. You send him to the cheapest, most durable truck that you know of. Because if you get him in the cheap door, has a great time, and can look at someone else and say, I only spent $300 on this truck, and I have beat the crap out of it. I love it. Then they've worked on that cheap truck, and then they can evolve. Same thing with, don't tell me this guy's a racist, that guy's a sexist. Do you know them personally? No? Shut up. I don't want to hear it. So, I appreciate you guys. I'm not even going to do my shout outs. I only have a few. We'll do those next week. But I just wanted to vent I wanted to apologize for being a slacker, for breaking my own mantra for why I built this channel, and with your help, of course. And just to say again, how much I appreciate when you guys are checking in on me, when you guys are sending me Facebook messaging, because even if I'm ignoring Facebook, Messenger usually comes through. B-dub. So, again, I appreciate every one of you who likes and subscribes and comments and watches out for me, and I will do better. Hopefully, we can get some rain this week, and what I've been doing out back, we'll go out and do some. I actually, let me know in the video, or let me know in the comments right now for this video. So, I did a drive around with 2 different trucks. I explained in one of them. So, first was the RGT with my camera mount on the roof. It would not go under my bridge or my super obstacle. But the drivetrain is a lot quieter than the other video I did with the Vanquish optic that went through all my videos, or went all through all my challenges, and I was able to, you know, talk along with it, even though it's louder. Let me know which video. It's basically a first person view. So let me know which one you'd like to see. The Vanquish or the RGT. You can't see either truck in there, but one makes it through everything. The other one has to go around stuff. So let me know if you want me to throw either one of those out there. And hopefully it's supposed to rain. So that means I can't move dirt, plant grass, so I can just let it grow. Ooh, excuse me. So we'll get some driving videos. Well, man, I would have videos for days if over the last few weeks if I filmed all the driving I've been doing, because that's basically it. Water one section, play on the other section. Water that section, play on the third section. Everyone's been out. I've done a little, I moved a building. The workshop's been moved out there. And we're going to build another building to go out in the little town. So hopefully I got the fencing. I still got to do like 20 feet of the fence and be done. I've got some security privacy screening. I don't really like it. But you guys can let me know if whichever one of those 2 videos you might vote for, you'll see it in there. And then you can vote on that too. And with that, I'm going to have to walk right at the camera because my workshop, another thing, is invaded. 4-wheelers, there's couches and recliners over there. It's a whole thing. So with that, like and subscribe, comment below, and I'll talk to you on the next one.